want the real shit. I want the real shit. All right, cool. So what was your first kind of like inspiration or motivation to get into the space?
Yeah, so my approach into crypto, like I was always in technology. So like I did an undergrad, I did math, physics, electrical engineering, went to grad school, did a PhD in physics, master's in electrical engineering. I was always like science, etc. Ultimately, I got into the trading world part-time when I was doing my PhD, found that super interesting. I was like, hey, at a high level, it's like the three things that were interesting enough to me to study where it was like the universe, the physics, the human brain, and then markets, because you can see all of like human psychology kind of like playing out. So I found that super interesting. When I finished school, I would join McKinsey for about 3 years. I did like my transition into the finance world at McKinsey, like away from physics and engineering. So I did banking, fintech, financial services. Saw the stuff that runs well at banks and things, and the stuff that really sucks at banks. And during that time, I got interested in crypto markets, just looking at how many different exchanges were popping up, arbitrage opportunities between them. That was really my like initial foray into crypto, was thinking what I've seen in other markets, including FX, where I'd worked part-time before, and then saying, hey, there's an opportunity here. So I jumped ship from McKinsey in January 2018 and started a firm called Fractal. There's a bunch of Fractals out there now in crypto. It's not the ones you probably know now, but we were a market-making prop trading firm.
Shout out to all the other Fractals, especially Aya and Alex's Fractal. Salute. At that time, when you first started paying attention to the crypto markets, like, were there any projects that were shining, that were calling your name, or any, particular individuals that you like, I really respect what this guy's doing, that kind of like drew you in?
When I first started looking at it, I found Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of these things like very interesting. But the part that really like blew my mind was when I like fell down the maker rabbit hole and understood what they were trying to do and went through all the developer documentation. They had all these crazy 3-letter acronyms or 3-letter words that you had to like literally just map out on a page to even try to understand all of their different activities. So it was really the advent of like the smart contract on Ethereum that like blew my mind, where you could put a business model into a smart contract and run things. That was when I was hooked and realized like, okay, now I'm not thinking about this from a market maker, trader's perspective. Like, I'm totally bought into the technology and what this can enable.
And so what year is this that you started Fractal?